doing for us. Well, your so-called pastor, he goes to school too. They call it seminary school. And in seminary school, there are specific talking points they are taught to address. He died, he hung, he bled, he rose, pay your tithes. That's all they're teaching you. They're not teaching you the actual Bible. They're not teaching you that, because if they started teaching you the actual Bible, then maybe some of our neighborhoods wouldn't look the way they look. Like I grew up here. I went to Carnegie before they turned it into the school and before they turned it down or closed it down. I went to Carnegie. I'm from, this neighborhood, right? So I can count the churches on Scott. If you go from Scott Airport to Scott and Belford, which is what? About 15, 16 blocks? How many churches you see? How many? Is it more than 3? Is it more than 4? They all, you feel me? Get a brother a hand. Give him a hand. You see all these churches all throughout the block. All these houses of God, right? And you can't tell these Christians anything. God is in all these churches. Am I lying? God is in your church. If you go to church, you believe that God is there. Well, there are 1,000 churches in the neighborhood. That means God's presence is here. God is here. Okay, so if God is here, why does the neighborhood look like this? Why? Why does South Lawn look like that? Why does the Missionary look like that? Why does Dead End look like that? Well, all these churches that God is in. You mean to tell me God has no power? I thought Jesus had all the power. You mean to tell me that y'all don't believe now? I thought y'all are nothing but believers. So you believe in everything your pastor teach you, and look, I'm not here to discredit that. Fine, no sweat. You believe him? Cool. I'm just asking a question. If what your pastor said is true, if what your pastors in all these churches are teaching is true, if God is in all these pastors and all these churches, why don't it reflect in the neighborhood? Because the last time I checked, when we go to a funeral for a gang member, they don't have it at a Muslim mosque. You understand? They don't have these funerals at the Muslim mosque. They have them inside of the church. So I'm assuming that the victim must be a Christian. Somebody gonna answer that? Is somebody gonna tell me why this neighborhood look the way it look with all these churches around? Because I can promise you, give us the neighborhood. Give the neighborhood to the Israelites. We'll clean it up overnight. You understand? We will clean it up overnight. You would not be allowed to sell drugs to your brother. You would not be allowed to pimp out your sister. You would not be allowed to steal from old ladies. You would not be allowed to molest your kids. That wouldn't happen on our watch. But the pastors have this watch, and look how that's working. How long will we sit here and suffer this until we get some real change? How long are y'all willing to go? Another, 30, 40, 50 years? How many more generations of child molesters must come from the church? How many? 20 more years? 30 more years? How many more alcoholics must be born from these churches? How many more rapists must be born from these churches? How many more gangbangers must be born from these churches before you decide enough is enough? How long? How long are we going to wait? How much more rope are we going to give them? Somebody tell me that. How much more time do your pastors have? Because when y'all doing that money circle, y'all on them people ask about that. Hey man, when my numbers gonna hit? Hey man, I ain't heard no results. When it's something that got your money involved, you want to know what's your return on your investment. Well, you invest in your spirituality in a system that doesn't return you anything. Nothing. So how long are we gonna wait? How long are we gonna continue to go through it? Is anybody tired of it? Because I was tired of it. I got tired of waking up crying, wondering if I'm going to have to murder somebody from trying to break in my house in Sky Plaza. Had it happen one time, spared that brother life. Spared him. And I'm proud today that I didn't take that I had his brother's blood on my hands. I was proud of that. How long are we going to go before we realize this ain't the way? How much time are we going to give the church? Everything has been happening on their watch, not ours. But we looked at as the bad guy. We looked at as the coat. Give me drop that. Give me Deuteronomy 7 real quick. Deuteronomy 7 and 6. We're looked at as the bad ones. Oh, there go them Israelite niggas. Or they're the ones always yelling and talking about the Bible. We're looked at as the evil ones. But guess what? I don't steal. I don't do drugs. I don't sell drugs. I don't rape. I don't molest. And guess what? I teach men not to do so. But I'm looked at as the bad guy. I'm looked at as the villain. I'm looked at as the one that's going to go to hell when I'm the one trying to save the goddamn ghetto. What are you doing? What is your pastor doing? Collecting funds? For what work? What is he teaching you? How is he touching your life? How is he changing your marriage? Oh, I get it. I know how he's changing your marriage. He's telling you that man don't deserve you. Right. He's telling you, woman, you can do all better. See, y'all not equally yoked. God got something in store for you. No, God does not. God does not take a husband from you and give you another one. Regardless of what that pastor say, whoever that man you lay with, that's the man God wanted you to be with. That's the truth. But see, the church, they'll tell you, oh, sister, you know, you can find you a better man. Why every time the better man just so happen to be the pastor? You know what I'm saying? Just happen to be the one that's giving you the counsel. How much longer are we going to allow them to have control? I'm with you. If y'all want to do another 10 years, another 20 years in the church, let me know how much time we're going to give them. Because we're not getting any results. None of them. Read what you something. I love black people so much, I can't love another race. I can't. I can't love the Africans over there. I can't love the Chinese man over there. I can't love the white man. Why? Because I love black and Hispanics too goddamn much for that. Too much. And that's how the Lord loved us.
All white people, every white person in the world should apologize personally.
We gotta be brothers again, man. We gotta start having mercy and compassion upon each other. Because the world's getting ready to go into World War II.
This is our inheritance. This is what we're supposed to do.
That's right!
Hallelujah, Shalom! Hallelujah, Shalom! Hallelujah, Shalom!
If you got a problem with black people or whatever, you better shut your mouth. Because they're God's people. You better hear what I'm saying to you. You better shut your white mouth.